Welcome to the Basic Rhythm tutorial. The material in this tutorial applies to all instruments and should be thoroughly studied and applied to get good results with your music lessons. To understand the importance of rhythm in music, let's examine what a conductor does as he's waving his baton during a musical performance. One of the things that he is doing is setting the beat or tempo. Tempo means the speed of the beat, and everyone in the orchestra must have an agreement on the tempo, otherwise it would not be possible for them to play together. The same goes for any group of musicians, no matter what size. If there is no agreement on the beat, they simply cannot play together. Even a single musician must work with the beat and set his own beat. Music must have a beat, and playing to a beat makes a difference between music that sounds like it should and something that may not sound like music at all. This tutorial will give you the tools to put the beat and rhythm into your playing. Putting the beat into your playing begins with counting. At the beginning of any music, you will see two numbers called the time signature. The top number tells you how many beats are in a bar or measure. The vertical lines you see divide the music up into measures. If each measure has 4 beats, your count will go to 4 each measure. If the top number is something else, such as 3, your count will go to 3 every measure. Counting is a tool to use when you are first learning any new piece of music, and also any time that you are unsure of the beat or rhythm. Don't fall into the trap of thinking you will learn the music and then put in the counting later. This never happens, and you fall into the sloppy habit of approximating your rhythm. This is like a carpenter who eyeballs every piece of wood he cuts instead of measuring it. The end result is very off-kilter. You will also not be able to play with another musician because your playing will lack any real beat to it. Use counting from the very first time that you are learning any new music. Count it out the first 2 or 3 times that you play through it. Count it out loud. Now we will learn some of the basic note types and see how counting applies to each one. This is what a quarter note looks like. It gets 1 beat. If you play 4 quarter notes, as in this example, each quarter note will go exactly with the beat, like this. They will be counted like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now, count out loud with me and clap along. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Now every type of note has a kind of rest that gets the same number of beats. This is the quarter rest, and it gets 1 beat. A rest is counted, but not played, like this. Okay, here's the counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now clap along, but only on the notes. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. The next type of note is called a half note, and it gets 2 beats. The half note looks like this. When you play a half note, you make it last for 2 beats. 2 half notes in a measure would sound like this. It would be counted like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count out loud and clap once every 2 beats. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Okay, here's how the half rest looks. It gets the same number of beats as a half note. And here's how it works. Here it is with the counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count out loud, but only clap where the note is. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the largest note, called a whole note. The different kinds of notes were created by dividing the whole note fractionally. If you think of the whole note like an inch, you would get the same divisions. Half, quarter, eighth, and so on. The whole note gets 4 beats. you make the whole note last for 4 beats. Here's how it sounds. And here's how it's counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now clap one time for 4 beats. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the whole rest. Notice how it looks different from the half rest. The whole rest is 4 beats, or it can be a whole measure. So if the top number of your time signature is something different than 4, the whole rest will be that many beats. A whole measure, in other words. Okay, now this is an eighth note. Since an eighth note is smaller than a quarter note, a single eighth note is only half a beat. Usually you pair 2 eighth notes into a single beat. You will hear 2 notes on one beat. They are exactly twice as fast as quarter notes. Here is our example of eighth notes. Now with the counting, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, count and clap along. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Eighth rests are counted the same way as eighth notes. You usually see an eighth rest paired with an eighth note. Here's our example. Now with the counting, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, time to count and clap along. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... That one was a bit tricky, I know. These rhythms are found in your PDF, so you'll want to practice them on your own and then return to this video and go through it a number of times. The rest of this video has 3 rhythm examples where the different kinds of notes have been mixed together for a more realistic musical example. Each example will be played 3 times, so you can listen to it first and then count and clap along. Here we go.